Hello, Stampin' Buddies. It's Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Craftin', and it's January 1st, 2025. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I forget to say that most of the time. So I am coming on late on January 1st. It's almost 11:30, but I'm a night owl. So I'm going to show you a project using some products that are coming out in this new mini catalog. Next week, Tuesday, is when this becomes available to everybody. So January 7th is when this goes live. And January and February are like the best months for sale merchandise from Stampin' Up! Because whatever you purchase anywhere, once you get to $60, you get free items out of this little brochure. Now, I can't show the inside the catalogs yet. That's not allowed until January 7th when they go live. But you're going to see a free item from here that I earned by purchasing some of these things. So let's get started. Take a little sip of my water here. I'm going to feature this birthday celebration stamp set and the dies that go with it. So these are both from the mini catalog. These are birthday celebration dies, birthday celebration stamp set. So this bundle is, I left my Post-it note over at my other desk. So the bundle, I think, is $41.25. All right, so you have to get up to $60 to get free things. These embellishments are $8. You get, how many are in here? 210 of these self-adhesive dots. They're matte dots, and they coordinate with the paper, obviously, because that's what Stampin' Up! Does. We coordinate everything. This is a designer series paper. It's actually a specialty paper, and that's $16.50. So I think if you get those things, you're already over the $60 that you would need to get a free item in order to qualify for the free item. So let me just go through this paper quick. This is a specialty designer series paper that goes with the birthday celebration. If you get the whole suite, it's $73.25. So this is the Wildflower birthday 12 by 12 specialty designer series paper. So look at these designs. So you've got little daisies on here, and on the flip side of that, you've got these cutouts basically that could make your card fronts, could make some tags, could make some nice little sentiment labels. And I've got this whole pack upside down, it looks like. So you've got your birthday cakes, some nice little pastel stripes, a floral. Now you can see, like on the cakes, there is gold foiling on their end. On these card front pieces, tag pieces, there's also the gold metallic in there. This floral piece has the gold on there. The flip side is this just green dotted design. Then you've got a stripe, again, kind of a cloud or a scalloped design in there, and that's got the gold foil in there. A nice little foliage piece, another floral, and this of course has the gold pieces in there as well. A nice gingham. You know, gingham might seem kind of retro, but I really like gingham. And then you get 2 sheets, so altogether there's 12 sheets of the designer series paper and your punch out sheets. But these are all pieces, like ephemera pieces, that you can punch out to make different cards or projects, use it for scrapbooking or whatever. So like I said, you get 2 sheets of that in addition to all of the paper. So you've got 12 sheets of paper, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the ephemera sheets, that makes your 12 sheets altogether. So that's pretty slick. And then with those things, whoops, I lost one of my cupcakes here. With those items, if you get to that $60 threshold, you can actually get this paper for free. So this is another 12 by 12 Bloom Impressions. This is just regular designer series paper. But look at these. I mean, these are really pretty too. I'm not real big on lots of floral things, but like the flip sides are gorgeous. So you can see that, and you can actually see where I cut out some punches for the project that I'm gonna work on here. But look at these. These are just really pretty, even if you're not real big into the floral. The flip sides are certainly a little more subtle. So that one's kind of cool with all of the different, I don't know, the shading, variegated or whatever. This one I like a lot. And then the blue background. So this designer series paper is one of the free items in the Celebration catalog if you order that $60 threshold of product. All right, so let's just get on with the project that we're gonna make. I'm gonna make a birthday card, and I'm using some petunia pop. I think that's what it is. Cardstock, so that's 8.5 by 5.5. So 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I burnish my edges because I like it to lay pretty flat. And then the other thing we're gonna do is I've just trimmed down this piece. So this one's 5 1/4 by 4. So I've got the nice little border on here. And I took the die from the set here. So there's a banner die there, and there's a banner, a little bit smaller banner die. And I used it to cut out the little flags out of my white. All right, so I'm gonna put this die away before I lose track of it, because with my luck that would happen. All right, and then the other die that I used was this banner string piece basically, and I cut out 3 of those. Now my suggestion to you, when you cut out your little banner pieces, if you've got some adhesive sheets, do it on adhesive sheets, because that'll make your life a little bit easier. And then I don't know if you can see this, but when I cut out my banner flags, I actually had laid this on my card and then just lightly with my pencil drew a line so I knew where I wanted to lay my die to cut that out. And what I'm gonna do is put some of this designer series paper behind my banners. So we're gonna glue that on. So let's just start with these, I think. Now I use the Tombow liquid glue, the multi-purpose glue, but I actually found some little bottles here with a fine tip on them. Here it comes. At the dollar store. So there was a few of them. I think you get like 3 or 4 in a pack for $1. Now they're, I think, all $1.25, because nothing's $1 anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this one here. And then I'll have to put a little bit more on my edge here. I didn't want to go too far over the edge because I didn't want to have a big mess of glue. But the little string piece here is wider than my card, so we'll just cut that off when we're all done. All right, so that's gonna go there. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put this away for just a second. I am going to add some glue here. That's probably a little bit more glue than I normally use. My bottle might be getting close to the end, and then it seems like it gets a little buildup. So let's see how I want my circles to be here. I think we'll do that. So we'll put one here. And then we're going to put another one here. And all I'm doing, because I glued on the back, I'm just making sure that as I move over, that it doesn't, this one doesn't extend into that one. Maybe we'll do this one. And then any overlay, we're just going to trim off, okay? So that's that. Those should be on there good enough. All right, so let's trim those edges. Hope everybody's having a good new year. I don't even know what I spent my whole day doing today. Putzing in the craft room. I did some cooking. I made enchiladas for dinner. I've never made enchiladas before. Kind of weird. So the other thing I did with that little small banner die is I cut out some extra flags because we're going to kind of do a monochromatic, but with some punches of color on here. So I'm going to hang another banner here, another banner rope. Put a little glue on there. I could have done some of this ahead of time, but I don't want to do so much ahead of time that I just talk through it too quick. Sometimes it's better to be able to demonstrate what you're working on so that it makes sense. I'm going to go a little further out on my edges this time, I think. All right, so let's hang another banner right about there. I can trim those edges off as well. I'm going to be a little sticky from my glue, I think. But that's all right. My glass mat will clean up really nice when I'm done. All right, and then these banner pieces are just going to go here. All right, and I could put them up on dimensionals, but I don't think that would look realistic unless I'd put like foam adhesive behind my banner rope. So I'm just going to curl these a little bit. And put some glue basically just on the tops. So this is the first time I made this card. So I'm kind of winging it, but kind of had things prepped as much as I could. And I'm probably getting my hands in the way, but at least I'm not getting my head in the way for the most part. And the nice thing about the green glue, or the liquid all-purpose glue, is it does give you a little wiggle room before it's set all the way. So if you get something misaligned on your project, you can always fix it without having to rip up your paper. All right, and I guess those are not real even, but that doesn't matter. If I give this to my granddaughter, she's not going to care that those banners aren't spaced exactly evenly. So let's do another one. Put it near the top. More glue on my fingers, but that's all right. And this one we're just going to go like this, I think. And again, we'll snip off the extra edges. Sometimes, or usually I should say, I turn my card over to trim. Like here you can see there's just a little bit hanging over still. But those pieces are so small, I didn't think it really mattered a whole lot. All right, so let's do a little bit more of the edges here. Now, when I was getting my card prepped, I cut out 8 of the little banner pieces because I figured I needed 4 here and 4 here. And then I cut these out. So don't be me, because now I have 4 extras, which is fine because I can use it for another card. But these little pieces that you cut out there with your dies, obviously you can use those on your card. So let's get these last few on here. And then we're going to put a happy birthday on here. Pretty simple card. It's a little putsy because of the banners, but I think it'll be worth it. If I put these a little closer together, I could probably fit 5 on here. We'll make it look just a little bit different. So let's do one more. And we'll trim the excess off that one. This one I'll do from the back because it's a bigger piece. That should be good. All right, so this is the base of our card. I don't know if I want to put it up on dimensionals or not, because we're going to do a happy birthday here. And we're going to use, whoops, sorry. We're going to use this happy. And I'm using the petunia pop. Let's get some of this stuff put away, so we can see what we're working on here. So I already cut a banner piece. And we're just going to pop that down on there. I don't know that I like that. Let's try it again. It's a new stamp, and I probably didn't wash it good enough. Let's see if this looks any better. I think we'll go with that one. It's part of the font on here, I think. It'll have to work. This or that one. This one's definitely better. All right. So then I'm going to put just a little flag on here. And Riley showed doing flags the other day. So we just snip up a little to the middle, and then we go from corner to the snip, and from corner to the snip. And we'll get those in the garbage. So I've got my birthday. I actually did the Petunia Pop cardstock. I stamped with the stamp from the set, all right, the birthday. But I used my Versamark, and then I used white embossing powder, and I dry embossed it. So, you know, using the heat gun, I didn't want to show it on here because it's loud and it takes a little bit of time. So I think we're going to put this here. That's the bad side. Oops. So since I've got my sentiments up on dimensionals, I don't know if I want to put the card front on dimensionals or not. So my take your pick tool works really well to help me get some of these backings off. And I can line it up. It's sliding off of that one. Sometimes it's just hard for me to get those pieces off. There we go. What do you think? Maybe I should have put the no, I'll do this. This will be fine. No. We'll go like this. Happy birthday. You can almost see those banner pieces under there. It'll be fine. And then we're going to add some embellishments, so that'll fill up some space too. You think 3 is enough, or should I go 5? 3 or 5, 3 or 5. I think I'm just going to leave it at 3 because I think 5 is just going to make it look too busy. Okay. And then let's get some glue on this. If you make your card too thick, if you have too many layers of dimensionals, if it's more than 1/4 inch, you're going to need extra postage because they have to handle it differently at the post office. So that's why I'm going to do this just as a flat glue layer instead of up on dimensionals. All right, so there's that. And then I have another piece that I cut down for the front. I think this is, let's see, 3 3/4 by 5. And we are going to do Make-A-Wish. Do with my ink. And we're going to do a little piece for the inside. And let's see how this looks. I might have messed it up. We'll see. I can always fix it later, right? No, I think I need to fix this now. I have too much ink on it now. So we'll just kind of start over here. See if we can get this to look good. I think I swooshed too much. Because usually I take my ink and tap it onto my stamp. There, that looks pretty good. And this will go on the inside. So there's some little flowers here. I could do those too. But I didn't bring over different color ink for that. And I would want green for the stem for sure and for the leaves. So I might add that later. But we'll get this on. And I just use a nice thin layer usually of my glue. But I try to get the corners done so that they stay in place. Now this one was cut a little bit smaller, so my framing on this is going to be a little thicker or a little wider. All right, so there is a sneak peek of the birthday celebration suite from the new mini catalog. And this is another product that's part of the suite. It's this gold metallic, what's it called? What is it called? Open weave trim. I had to find what language was the right one. But it makes really nice bows. Even though it's wide, it ties quite nicely. But I just didn't think it fit on this particular project. But it's really a pretty, very pretty ribbon. They had silver from, I don't know, a catalog or two back. It might have been in last year's mini. And I really like the silver. I used it all up except for like 3 inches. So that's what I've got for you. And let me know what you think. If you think I should do something different with this. A little spot on there. I'll need to get my little eraser. But I think it's just a nice, simple card. It's got a pop of color in there with the designer series paper. And again, that's one of the free products that you get when you purchase a $60 order, or when you place a $60 order starting January 7th. So happy stamping, everybody. We'll catch you next time.